For decades, we've heard the old adage that you don't sell the steak, you sell the sizzle. That statement means that you don't sell the actual thing, the product. You sell the experience. You sell the story. You sell the visceral, the emotional, and the powerful visual. I think that idea still works in some situations, but comedian Chris Rock once shared a very different approach that I think is really helpful to you and I. When Chris Rock prepares a new comedy special, he does what a lot of comedians do. He practices. He goes to small, local nightclubs in the middle of nowhere, and he goes through his routine dozens and dozens of times. If you want a brilliant example of this process, watch Comedian, the Jerry Seinfeld documentary. It's on Netflix right now. It's 18 years old, but it is the most fascinating look at what comedians go through to create new material. Seinfeld is starting over in the documentary, so he just brings a notebook, like he's got a notebook going to comedy clubs, and he shows up unannounced and then tries out some jokes. Some work and some don't. That's how good comedy is built. I once saw a first-hand example of this. I was in New York City seeing a friend, and Gary Goldman was doing 10 minutes at the Comedy Cellar. We met up with him because my friend was good friends with Gary, and Gary said, "Hey, sorry, it's going to be a little late. Ray bumped my time back." And I thought, Ray? Who's Ray? It was Ray Romano. Ray Romano had stopped in to work on some new material. Gary and I sat in the back of the room watching him hammer on a few new jokes. When he finished, he walked right by me and I patted him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, great stuff tonight, Ray." He said, "Oh man, thanks, I appreciate it." And then he headed back out into the night. That was such a fun experience and really taught me a lot about the art of practice. I don't care what your job is. If you want to get better at it, you have to practice. You have to put reps in. You have to be deliberate. Now, what makes Chris Rock different is how he does it, how he practices. When he's working on new material, Rock deliberately leaves off the sizzle. He deliberately leaves off his signature flair and personality. Why would he do that? Well, he leaves it off, his over-the-top delivery and bombastic style. He leaves all of that on the side because he wants the jokes, all the jokes, to be strong enough on their own so that they don't need the Chris Rock signature personality to save them. He doesn't want the sizzle to become a crutch. He doesn't want to need his personality to carry the joke. He knows that if the jokes alone kill, then imagine how much more they'll kill once he adds the sizzle. So when he's practicing, he delivers the material in a very calm, simple way. He reads the jokes. He takes notes. They don't even sound like Chris Rock. Then, when he's figured out which jokes destroy, even in that manner, he amplifies the power of them by adding all of his personality. Once he's got a dope steak, then he adds some sizzle. The same goes with you. The same goes with me. Your book should be so strong that even without a crazy sizzle marketing plan, even without a huge media hit, people will talk about it. The ad for your business better be visually so stunning that even if the words got accidentally left off, you would still sell the product. Your speech better be so solid that even if your amazing slides don't work, it still destroys the audience. Build the best thing first, and then add the sizzle later. That's how I write my books. My first draft is the idea. It's the core, it's the research and the concept that I think will really, really help people. Then, in the second draft, and the third draft, and the fourth draft, I add more jokes, more insight, hopefully more awesome, more of my personality. Sizzle is great, it is. Sizzle like a crazy person, but first, get yourself a fantastic steak. Thanks for watching this. Hit the bell, smash that subscribe, and click like if you love this video. I'll keep making these if you keep watching them.